Thank you all very much for agreeing to participate in this really important conversation about the future priorities of customers, of Jemena customers. It's really very important that Jemena hears directly from customers about what their priorities are to inform its decisions that have the potential to really affect customers in the long term.
A lot of the time we think that decisions happen without community consultation, or that we've got very little say in, how things happen or the costs that affect us or anything like this. In this way we feel like we have a say, and that they're listening to us as stakeholders.
What has surprised me the most today is what everybody else's thoughts are and what's important to them as a consumer. Obviously everybody's got different values, so obviously their answers to some questions are very different. So I've learned that everybody is different.
I found it very interesting the level of commitment that Jemena shows to getting public opinion. I hadn't realised that regulation of the gas industry required that sort of input. I had thought that it was as it had been historically, where the regulator provided that input for the public. I didn't understand that there was a massive amount of research and I guess expense in finding out what people actually want. That's really, that's nice to know. And I'm quite excited to be part of that actually.
Affordability, that's the number one. There's a lot of debate in Australia in the last few years about how our energy is not very affordable, prices keep going up. So it's important that Jemena looked at affordability as the number one thing to look at.
We don't want our gas bills to go up too high. We want to keep them at a price that is affordable for everybody. And I just think they need to look at the technology regardless, and we may need to pay more, but hopefully not. Hopefully we can keep it at a reasonable price.
For different people, like the amount of gas is very different in terms of what they're worried about having to pay. So for each person, their circumstances is so different that for me, I'm not too concerned about my gas bill and how much it is, but for other people, it's like in their top priorities of what they've got a budget for.
The environment is very important to me for our future generations. I've got kids, and making sure that this is something that's not going to impact our planet in a negative way, and making it useful for our future generations.
I'd like Jemena to keep in mind that it's actually really important to people. It's not just a target. People were quite passionate about it, and people are willing to pay a little bit extra or for the industry to go in a different direction to achieve a better outcome.
Again, they've got to have confidence in their product and make sure that they continue to upgrade and do the best upgrades.
So for reliability for us meant there has to be good gas flow at all times of day when we want it.
If 30-year recovery, if that's an option you guys are weighing up for in terms of a bit of security for both you and the customers, then I'm happy to do that.
I think it definitely is important that the average Australian understands the breakdown, not only of the gas supply and how that's formulated, but how costs are broken down as well.
My view in terms of what Jemena could change to meet customer needs is communicate more about the decisions they're making, what goes into their pricing and the role they play in a deregulated market. Most people don't understand it. They value the service that they provide, but they probably don't understand when they get a gas bill from a retailer, the role that Jemena plays in that, and they probably just see the retailer as that person.